What if I told you the biggest reason most people never become successful has nothing to do with intelligence, talent, money, or opportunity? It's because they never learn how to control their focus, their habits, and their time. Right now, somewhere in America, there's a person waking up before sunrise, working in silence, building a future nobody can see yet. While the world scrolls endlessly through distractions, they are sharpening their mind, mastering their discipline, and creating a life most people only dream about. And years later, society will call that person lucky. But success is never luck. Behind every powerful achievement are hidden sacrifices, lonely nights, painful failures, and thousands of disciplined decisions nobody applauded. The truth is, we live in a world designed to destroy productivity. Every day your attention is under attack. Your focus is being stolen. Your dreams are being delayed. And little by little, distraction is stealing the life you could have built. Millions of people wake up with goals, but go to sleep with excuses. They say they want success, but they waste hours on things that add nothing to their future. They say they want financial freedom, but they procrastinate on the work that could change their lives. They say they want greatness, but they refuse to develop the habits greatness requires. And maybe, deep down, you know you are capable of far more than the life you are currently living. Maybe you're tired of starting and stopping, tired of procrastinating, tired of feeling stuck, tired of watching other people win while your own dreams remain trapped inside your mind. But today something can change, because in this message, you are going to discover the powerful secrets that high-performance people use to stay productive, disciplined, focused, and unstoppable, even when life becomes difficult. These are not shallow motivational phrases. These are principles that can completely transform the direction of your future if you apply them consistently. So clear your mind, eliminate distractions, and listen carefully, because one idea in this video could become the turning point that changes your life forever. Most people believe productivity is about working harder, waking up earlier, or staying busy every minute of the day. But the truth is far deeper than that. The real secret behind extraordinary productivity is the ability to focus with complete intensity on what truly matters. High-performance people understand that focus is not just a skill, it is a weapon. In a world filled with constant distraction, the person who can hold their attention on one meaningful task for long periods gains an almost unfair advantage over everyone else. Today, millions of people wake up and immediately surrender their minds to notifications, social media, entertainment, gossip, and endless noise. Before they even begin building their own future, they are already reacting to someone else's agenda. Their attention becomes scattered, and a scattered mind can never produce powerful results. High achievers know that every distraction steals energy, creativity, momentum, and time that can never be recovered again. That is why they guard their focus like wealthy people guard their money. They understand that attention is one of the most valuable assets a human being possesses, because whatever receives your attention eventually shapes your life. If you focus daily on excuses, fear, comfort, and distraction, your life will reflect weakness and inconsistency. But if you focus daily on growth, discipline, learning, and execution, your life begins transforming in ways most people cannot imagine. Highly productive people train themselves to eliminate unnecessary noise. They are willing to disconnect from what is popular in order to stay connected to what is important. While average people constantly switch between tasks, high performers become fully present in one mission at a time. Hat-deep concentration creates speed, quality, creativity, and mastery. The human mind performs at its highest level when it is fully immersed without interruption. This is why some people achieve more in 3 focused hours than others achieve in an entire week of distracted effort. The difference is not intelligence. The difference is concentration. History has always rewarded people who develop the discipline to focus longer than the crowd. Every great business, invention, movement, or achievement was built by someone who refused to let distraction control their mind. And the powerful truth is that focus is not something people are born with. It is trained daily through discipline and intentional habits. Every time you choose your goals over entertainment, your future over comfort, and execution over excuses, you strengthen your ability to focus. Over time, that focus becomes part of your identity. And once a person learns to control their attention, they begin to control the direction of their entire life. One of the greatest lies people believe is that success comes from motivation alone. They wait for the perfect mood, the perfect timing, or the perfect feeling before they take action. But high-performance people understand a powerful truth that separates achievers from dreamers. Discipline will always outperform motivation. Motivation is emotional and temporary. It rises and falls depending on circumstances, moods, energy, and comfort. Some days you feel inspired, confident, and unstoppable, but other days you feel tired, distracted, and uncertain. If your productivity depends only on emotions, your results will always be inconsistent. That is why truly successful people build systems, habits, and routines that force action even when they do not feel like working. They understand that greatness is not created by occasional bursts of inspiration. It is created through repeated, disciplined actions performed day after day, month after month, and year after year. Discipline means showing up when excuses feel stronger than ambition. It means continuing when nobody is watching, applauding, or encouraging you. High performers train themselves to act based on commitment instead of emotion. They wake up and execute whether they feel motivated or not because they know feelings are unreliable, but disciplined habits create lasting success. This mindset gives them a tremendous advantage over people who constantly wait for the right moment. The right moment rarely comes. Most people delay their dreams because they believe tomorrow will somehow feel easier than today, but tomorrow often brings the same fears, doubts, and distractions. Highly productive individuals refuse to negotiate with procrastination. They create structure in their lives because structure eliminates unnecessary decisions and reduces mental weakness. When a person has clear routines, productive action becomes automatic. Athletes train even when their bodies feel exhausted. Entrepreneurs work through uncertainty and rejection. Leaders continue moving forward during difficult seasons because discipline teaches the mind to obey goals instead of comfort. One reason disciplined people achieve extraordinary results is because consistency compounds over time. Small actions repeated daily become powerful outcomes. Reading 10 pages every day may not seem impressive in 1 week, but over a year it can completely transform a person's knowledge and mindset. Exercising regularly may feel difficult at first, but over time it builds strength, confidence, and endurance. Discipline creates momentum, and momentum creates progress. Successful people also understand that every time they keep a promise to themselves, they strengthen self-respect. But every time they quit, delay, or make excuses, they weaken their confidence. This is why discipline is deeply connected to identity. Productive people begin to see themselves as reliable, capable, and mentally strong because they repeatedly prove to themselves that they can follow through regardless of emotion. Eventually, disciplined action becomes part of who they are, and once a person reaches that level, they no longer depend on temporary motivation to create extraordinary results. Most people underestimate the power of small daily actions because they are obsessed with immediate results. They want success to happen quickly, dramatically, and overnight. But high-performance people understand a principle that changes lives forever. Greatness is built through small daily wins repeated consistently over time. Massive success rarely arrives in one giant moment. Instead, it is quietly created through tiny disciplined actions that seem insignificant in the beginning. The problem is that average people often quit because they cannot immediately see visible progress. They judge their future based on short-term results and fail to realize that every meaningful achievement goes through a hidden period of growth before success becomes visible. Just like a seed grows underground before it breaks through the surface, productive habits work silently before they produce extraordinary outcomes. Highly successful people trust the process even when results are slow because they understand the law of accumulation. Every focused hour, every completed task, every healthy choice, and every disciplined action adds another brick to the foundation of future success. Over time, those small efforts compound into remarkable achievements. A person who improves just 1% every day eventually becomes unrecognizable from who they once were. This is why high performers focus more on consistency than intensity. Anyone can work hard for one day when emotions are high, but very few people can stay disciplined for years without giving up. Small daily wins create momentum, and momentum creates confidence. When people complete even simple productive tasks, they begin training their minds to associate action with progress. That progress builds belief, and belief strengthens persistence. Productivity is deeply connected to psychology because every completed action sends a message to the brain that says, "I am capable of moving forward." On the other hand, constant procrastination trains the mind to accept delay, weakness, and inconsistency as normal behavior. High achievers know that the little things people ignore often determine the quality of their future. Reading a few pages every day can eventually create wisdom and expertise. Saving a small amount of money consistently can create financial freedom. Practicing a skill for 1 hour daily can lead to mastery. The actions may appear small individually, but their long-term impact becomes life-changing. Many people destroy their momentum because they constantly chase perfection. They believe every step must be massive to matter. But perfection often leads to paralysis, while small, consistent action creates movement. Highly productive people understand that imperfect progress is still progress. They would rather move slowly every day than remain stuck waiting for ideal conditions. This mindset allows them to continue growing while others stay trapped in hesitation and overthinking. Over time, small wins also strengthen discipline because every repeated action becomes part of a person's identity. A person who consistently shows up begins to see themselves as reliable, focused, and capable. Eventually, success no longer feels impossible because their habits have already transformed them into the type of person who naturally produces results through daily consistent effort. Most people believe productivity is only about managing time, but high-performance people understand something far more important. Energy management determines the quality of your performance. You can have a perfectly organized schedule, endless goals, and detailed plans, but if your mind and body are exhausted, distracted, and emotionally drained, your productivity will eventually collapse. Time is useless without energy. A tired mind struggles to focus, make decisions, solve problems, and maintain discipline. That is why highly productive people treat their physical, mental, and emotional energy like valuable assets that must be protected daily. They understand that success is not simply about doing more tasks, it is about maintaining the strength, clarity, and focus required to perform at a high level consistently. Many people unknowingly destroy their own productivity because they ignore the condition of their mind and body. They sleep poorly, consume constant negativity, overload themselves with stress, and expect peak performance while running on empty. Eventually, burnout takes control, motivation disappears, and even simple tasks begin to feel overwhelming. High performers avoid this trap because they understand that the body and mind work together. When energy is low, discipline becomes harder, focus weakens, and distractions become more attractive. But when energy is strong, the mind becomes sharper, emotions become more stable, and productive action feels easier. This is why successful people prioritize habits that increase their energy instead of draining it. They value quality sleep because rest restores mental clarity and emotional balance. They exercise because movement strengthens both the body and the mind. They protect their environment because negative people and toxic situations consume emotional energy that could be used for growth and achievement. High-performance individuals also understand the importance of mental recovery. They know the mind cannot operate under constant pressure without eventually breaking down. That is why they create moments of silence, reflection, and intentional thinking. Some spend time alone planning their future. Others read, meditate, walk, or disconnect from noise so their mind can recharge. They understand that clarity often appears in moments of stillness, not chaos. Emotional energy is equally important because stress, anger, fear, and constant worry silently destroy productivity. A person consumed by negativity loses the ability to think creatively and act decisively. High achievers train themselves to control their emotional state because they know emotions influence every action they take. They refuse to waste valuable energy on drama, pointless arguments, or situations they cannot control. Instead, they direct their energy towards solutions, progress, and purposeful action. One of the greatest differences between average people and high performers is that average people spend energy carelessly, while productive people spend energy intentionally. They know every decision either strengthens or weakens their ability to perform at their highest level. Over time, these daily choices create enormous differences in results because the people who protect their energy gain the power to stay focused, disciplined, creative, and productive long after others have become mentally and emotionally exhausted. One of the greatest sources of extreme productivity is having a clear purpose behind your actions. High-performance people do not simply work hard for the sake of staying busy. They are driven by a powerful vision that gives meaning to their effort, sacrifice, and discipline. Purpose acts like fuel for the human spirit. Without it, people become distracted, unmotivated, and emotionally exhausted because they no longer understand why they are doing what they do. This is why many people struggle with consistency. They wake up without direction, move through life without clarity, and work without emotional connection to their goals. As a result, distractions easily pull them away because nothing inside them feels strong enough to demand full commitment. But when a person discovers a meaningful purpose, everything changes. Their focus sharpens, their discipline increases, and their ability to endure challenges becomes stronger than ever before. Purpose creates emotional energy that pushes people forward even during difficult moments. Highly productive individuals understand exactly what they are working toward. Some are driven by the desire to create freedom for their family. Others are motivated by a dream to build something meaningful, leave a legacy, inspire others, or prove to themselves that they are capable of more. Whatever the reason may be, that purpose gives them strength when comfort tries to pull them backward. It becomes easier to wake up early, stay disciplined, and continue working when the mission matters deeply to the heart. People who lack purpose often feel tired not because they are physically exhausted, but because they are mentally disconnected from meaning. A person can work long hours and still feel empty if they believe their efforts lead nowhere important. But someone with a clear mission can endure enormous pressure because their vision gives them emotional endurance. Purpose transforms ordinary work into meaningful progress. This is why high performers are willing to make sacrifices others avoid. They understand that temporary discomfort is worth enduring if it moves them closer to something valuable. Purpose also helps people overcome fear and doubt. When the reason behind your goals becomes strong enough, excuses begin losing power over your mind. Fear of failure becomes smaller than the pain of never trying. Challenges become easier to face because the mission becomes bigger than personal insecurity. Throughout history, the most determined people were often not the most talented people. They were the people who had the strongest reasons to continue. Purpose gave them persistence while others quit. Highly productive people also remind themselves constantly of their vision because they know the mind needs direction. They visualize their future, review their goals, and reconnect emotionally with the life they want to create. This daily connection strengthens motivation from within, instead of depending on outside validation or temporary emotions. Over time, purpose becomes the foundation of discipline, because when a person knows exactly why they must succeed, they develop the ability to keep moving forward with focus, resilience, and relentless determination, even when the journey becomes difficult. One of the most powerful habits shared by high-performance people is the ability to make decisions quickly and take immediate action. Decisive action is what separates dreamers from leaders, thinkers from achievers, and average people from those who create extraordinary lives. Many people spend years trapped in hesitation because they overanalyze every move, fear failure, and wait endlessly for certainty before acting. They believe they need more confidence, more knowledge, or better conditions before they begin. But highly productive people understand that success rarely comes from perfect planning alone. It comes from movement. Action creates clarity, experience, momentum, and growth. People who move quickly learn quickly. They adapt faster, improve faster, and recover faster because they are willing to enter the process instead of standing outside of it. Indecision is one of the greatest enemies of productivity because hesitation drains mental energy and destroys momentum. The longer people delay action, the more fear grows inside their minds. Doubt becomes stronger, opportunities disappear, and confidence slowly weakens. High performers refuse to stay trapped in overthinking because they know no decision is perfect. They understand that mistakes are part of progress, and they would rather learn through action than remain frozen by fear. This mindset gives them a tremendous advantage in life because while others are still questioning themselves, productive people are already gaining experience and moving forward. Decisive individuals trust their ability to adjust along the way. They know that progress is rarely a straight line. There will be setbacks, failures, criticism, and unexpected challenges. But action keeps them growing, while hesitation keeps others stuck. Many successful people achieved extraordinary results not because they had all the answers in the beginning, but because they were willing to start before feeling completely ready. They understood that confidence is built through execution, not waiting. Every time a person takes action despite fear, they strengthen courage and self-belief. Over time, this creates a powerful identity built on resilience and decisiveness. High-performance people also understand the value of speed in a competitive world. Opportunities often belong to those who act first. While average people remain trapped in endless preparation, leaders make decisions, execute quickly, and improve as they go. This does not mean acting carelessly or impulsively. It means refusing to let fear and perfectionism control your future. Productive people gather information, make a decision, and commit fully, instead of wasting months trapped in uncertainty. They understand that action creates opportunities that thinking alone never can. Every major achievement in life begins with a decision followed by immediate movement. A business begins when someone finally launches the idea. A healthier life begins when someone chooses discipline over excuses. Financial freedom begins when someone takes the first step toward change. Success rewards people who are willing to move while others remain frozen by doubt. Over time, decisive action becomes a habit, and once a person develops the ability to act quickly with confidence and persistence, they begin creating momentum powerful enough to transform every area of their life. And now remember this. Your future will not be decided by your talent alone. It will be decided by your daily habits, your discipline, your focus, and the actions you choose to take when nobody is watching. Every great achievement once looked impossible in the beginning. Every successful person once struggled with fear, doubt, distractions, and failure. But the people who transformed their lives made one powerful decision. They refused to quit on themselves. You do not need to be perfect to become successful. You simply need to keep moving forward. Protect your focus when the world tries to distract you. Stay disciplined when excuses become comfortable. Take action when fear tells you to wait. And remember that every small step you take today is building the person you will become tomorrow. There is greatness inside you that the world has not seen yet. There is another level of strength, confidence, productivity, and success waiting for you. But it will only appear when you decide to rise above average thinking and commit fully to your purpose. Years from now, your life will reflect the decisions you make starting today. So dream bigger, work harder, stay focused, and never underestimate what you can achieve through consistent effort and relentless belief in yourself. I truly hope this message inspires you to unlock your highest potential and become the most productive, disciplined, and unstoppable version of yourself. Good luck on your journey towards success, greatness, and financial freedom. Thank you so much for watching and spending your valuable time here. And if you want more powerful motivational content that can transform your mindset and push you towards success, make sure you follow and support Mind Wealth Theory for more life-changing videos and inspiration every week.